What's going on, guys? I'm Jesse Grover here with Katelynn Lucas, coming to you with our first video on Generation Y.
Today we will be discussing if Generation Y can deliver, and we will also be comparing Generation Y to the baby boomers.
People of Generation Y are burdened with judgment and criticism on their outlooks on life, jobs, finance, and their supposedly narcissistic views. But how much of this is actually true? Here's Katelynn Lucas with the local West Ottawa student.
We're here today with Penelope Smith. What are you expecting after high school?
After high school, I plan on going to college to be an engineer because I feel like an education in life is what's going to get you to succeed and grow, and yeah.
What do you think the world will be like with your generation in charge?
With my generation in charge, I feel like we're going to succeed and we're going to grow to be good lawyers, doctors, good businesswomen and men, and I really don't think it's fair for other generations to judge our generation on not achieving, because we're still young and we're still growing, and every generation has its slackers.
Well, that's a great outlook on the future. Now a word from our sponsors.
Pop-Tarts. Buy some flipping Pop-Tarts.
Welcome back, guys. I'm here with current West Ottawa student Nate Klein. Nate, what do you think the world will be like with your generation in charge?
I think with our generation in charge that we will have a better economy, and I know this because our students are doing well in school and they're very smart.
Alright, and what are your plans for after high school?
After high school, I plan on going to medical school and becoming a pharmacist and raising a nice family with a few children, a nice wife, a nice home with a white picket fence.
Sounds picturesque to me. Well, thank you very much, Nate. Back to you.
During the Vietnam War, many American citizens were split on what to do about the war. On one side, there was the hawks who wanted to build up the military more and send more troops into Vietnam to win the war.
And the doves, on the other hand, wanted the troops to be withdrawn from the war, and they wanted to settle the war with peace.
So the other day, I was just like cleaning my gun, and all of a sudden, there was this huge bug. Holy crap! Oh!
The Civil Rights Movement was a major shift that transformed the attitudes of American citizens and made them realize that everyone should deserve to pursue the American dream.
People had been living a fairly conservative way in the late 1950s and early 1960s. Blacks didn't have 100% equality, and most women didn't work outside the home. People tended to obey their parents and trust the government.
By the 1970s, none of that was very true. Americans wanted their troops to leave the war in Vietnam. Fashion and social culture changed as well.
Before the late 1960s, African Americans had to live under segregation. In some areas of the country, they were legally entitled to stay away from white neighborhoods, schools, stores, and white seats on buses.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Why you be up in my grill?
Support the Vietnam War. Supply the troops.
The feminist movement of the 1960s and 70s focused on combating workplace inequality, such as denial of access to better jobs.
In 1964, Representative Howard Smith of Virginia proposed to put an end to gender discrimination in the Civil Rights Act that was under consideration, but many people laughed at his idea. For the most part, the success of the feminist movement was driven by a favorable sequence of economic and social changes. After
World War II, the American economy outpaced the available workforce and needed women to fill the new job openings. In fact, in the 1960s, 2/3 of all new jobs went to American women. The nation simply had to accept the idea of American women in the workforce. But how did the Millennials stack up to the baby boomers?
Every older generation judges the newer, younger generation for many reasons.
For not being able to
meet up to their standards.
Yeah. Which isn't fair because we're still young and growing, and they're judging us while we're still young and we're still learning and we still have to like go to school for everything.
not all millennials have grown up to where they can get a job and live out their lives, and older generations are already judging our generation based on just the few people that have got jobs and have a life outside of their parents' help.
And a lot of baby boomers say that we're lazy, and I don't think we're lazy. I mean, every generation has its slackers.
I mean, they might think we're lazy because we do sit on the computer more, because we have the ability to look up stuff on the internet instead of having to go to the library or go out and find the information.
When we can just find it like on our internet at home or on our telephones and everything.
And we can communicate without having to use one line. We can communicate very easily through texting and other apps. But they still call us narcissistic because we post pictures. But I think in reality, we're just trying to post pictures of ourselves because we're testing out the new cameras and the new technology that is coming in.
Yeah, I agree with you, Katelynn.
So I think our generation, when they all become age of being able to go out into the world and change it, we will succeed because there is a lot of smart students in our generation.
And I believe technology will help us in the advancement of our people.
Alright guys, thanks for watching our video. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to hit that subscribe button wherever the heck it is. Also make sure to leave a like, and if you enjoy what you see, maybe we'll make a few more videos.
Or not.
They were supposed to talk.
They were? No.
Oh well. Bye guys. Bye Mr. Goat. Bye.
Today, on the next channel, we're tuning in with a specimen known as the goose. We have to be very careful around these geese. They can be very dangerous.